Hey everybody, welcome to my Suburban Oasis. So today I am going to show you how I'm going to pot up some hanging baskets for hanging in my yard. And I'm going to do 2 for sun and 1 for shade. And I also want to show you, before we do that, some cute little violas that I grew from seed that have finally come into bloom. And I know it's mid-May, so it seems a little bit late, but because they're kind of in the shade, they'll last a little bit longer. So I'm super excited because this is the first time I grew violas from seed. All right, take a look. Aren't these gorgeous? They're a very light blue that you actually don't ever see in stores. Look at these. They're so tender. All right, well, let's go start the hanging baskets. So I just wanted to show you one other thing before we get started, and that's these crinum lilies. These are also called Peruvian lilies, I believe. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at how the blooms are white and then they have these beautiful curls behind them. I think they're just gorgeous, so I'm excited about that. All right, well, we are going to get started with one of my sun baskets first, because I'm going to do 2 sun baskets and 1 shade basket. And for those of you who don't know, I actually garden in a zone 5B in mid-Michigan, and my name is Soleil. And I just want to say thank you to all of those people who recently subscribed to my channel. It's fantastic to have you, and I really appreciate all of your comments. It's super fun to hear what you're doing and hear a little bit about the things that you'd like to see me do or the things that you have questions about. Alright, so right here I have a geranium, and this is one that I got on clearance. I spend a lot of time buying plants on clearance because they are much cheaper. The issue with this one is it needs to be deadheaded, which means there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's a little bit of yellowing foliage, and the flowers don't look great, and it needs a little cleanup, but it's fine and healthy. So there's nothing wrong with it that will keep it from growing well. In addition, I'm going to be adding this Proven Accents Illusion Emerald Lace, which is basically it's a sweet potato vine, but it is a little more lacy than some of the ones that you may have seen. And this is full to part sun, so I'm going to put this one, I'm trying to decide if I want it in the front or the side. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I can choose which way the hanging basket goes. So I'm just going to put it towards the front for now. And then what I'm going to place around the edges are some petunias that I grew from seed. So these are some wave petunias, and they don't look like much right now, but in just a couple of weeks they're going to completely flush out. And these are both a purple and a cream color. So I think these are going to look really pretty. And this geranium, you can probably see the color on it. It's actually called the hot pink geranium. One of the things that you probably can't see or tell on camera is that I have this hanging basket with 2 cocoa coir liners rather than just one. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It's very humid out and the weather keeps changing, and for those of you who have watched my channel, you know I have allergies, so I'm either sniffling or sneezing, but I still love being out in the garden. Some people I know have said that it's actually helpful to them since COVID came to wear a mask while they're actually gardening, and that has helped reduce their allergies, but I just can't bring myself to do that. Okay, so I'm going to plant about 5 of these around the edge. Oops. And then you're going to fill in no time. Actually, I'm going to do 2 small ones and then I'm going to do 3 bigger ones. So give me a second, I'll grab that other tray. I just don't think I would have had enough of the smaller ones to make it even, and I want both the sun baskets to grow at about the same rate because they'll be near each other when I hang them. So you can see these are quite a bit bigger, and they actually have 2 plants in each one. So to get these out, I just squeeze the bottom and then gently pull on the leaves to make sure that I'm not harming the plant as I get it out of the container. So after I plant these, right now, like I said, they won't look like much for a little while, but they will fill in really quickly. Okay, let's see, we need some more soil. And another one of these Monrovia geraniums. These are called Calliope medium hot pink geranium. They are 12 to 18 inches high and wide, and they bloom all spring and summer, and they're hardy down to 32 degrees. So they just can't take a frost. But they're very heat tolerant and tend to do quite well in my climate here during the summer, so they're very reliable. And I think I paid $2 a piece for these, so definitely worth their price. Alright, let's get some of the little ones. And the sweet potato vine. It's going to provide a really nice contrast to that bright pink. And now we'll grab a couple of these bigger ones. So the big ones and the little ones have been growing at the same time. There's nothing different about them. They were all winter sow, and the only difference is that I planted these in much bigger plant cells, and so the roots had a lot further that they could go, and more room for the water to be absorbed and drained, and the nutrients. So it just goes to show that it does matter the size of pots that you choose for your plants, as well as the depth for their roots and their development. Okay, those look pretty good. Again, they don't look like much today, but I will definitely show you what they look like in the future, because they will grow on rather quickly. We have definitely picked up in terms of the heat here in Michigan. All right, let's do shade container. So one thing that I really like in the shade is impatiens. And for whatever reason, these particular impatiens and the color that they are, I just really like the way that they look in my yard, and they're definitely give a bright impact to the shade. So we're going to combine these plants. This is going to give a little bit more of a pop. This is the Kong Rose, and it is a coleus, that is an annual, and it doesn't say much of anything other than it grows 18 to 22 inches tall. But I just really like the size of the leaves on this. And then this is a Proven Winners tricolor, full to part sun. And this is also a sweet potato vine. And I'm also going to put this in the front of this container. And this will just give the container several different kinds of foliage and different colors of blooms. And these will definitely have a little bit more impact right away than the other one. And what I'm going to do with these impatiens actually is I'm going to lay them at an angle so that they spill over the sides. And then I'll just bury them under the soil. And these were also a really great deal. I think I got the whole pack of 8 here for $2. And now I'm just going to put soil over the top. I may also try to pin this down and see if I can get it to root in so that the vine itself will come out and spill over in several different spots. So you can see how nice that will look once it fills out. Now, if you don't go for immediate impact, you do have to have a bit of imagination to be able to think about what it's actually going to look like when the flowers and the foliage fill out. And that's where most people spend the bulk of their money, is on buying plants that are in full bloom, because they'd rather have the immediate impact than starting from seeds or having to deal with a plant that might be on clearance. but I don't mind. So this is where I start. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I'm definitely going to be giving you another tour shortly. I would like to show you the flowers on my 9-bark before we end, because those have just come out on the summer wine 9-bark and they're absolutely gorgeous. So this is my summer wine 9-bark, and I just wanted to show you as it's coming into full bloom right now. Because when I do my garden tour, I'm not sure if it will be in quite as full bloom, but I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. 9-bark are a native shrub, and their roots go way down into the ground, so they're very drought hardy as well. So just an excellent 3-season shrub for use in your landscape. And the leaves, I don't know if you can see them on camera, but they just glow in the sun. They're absolutely gorgeous. Excuse me. There goes my allergies again. So it's time to say goodbye, but thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video, and subscribe to my channel. Even hit that notification bell to get notified anytime a new video comes out. Thanks again for stopping by. See you next time. Bye.